Well, hello everybody. We're about to do another dive in the dungeon. In the dungeon. Today we're going to play a little bit different though. We're going to play a game where the dungeon starts to appear before us. So this is the alternative mode where you're actually going to play with the stack of dungeon tiles completely randomized, with the exception of taking some tiles out and layering in the epic party tiles. So what I would do is I would take the tiles from the game and I would shuffle them up, and I will take 16 of them. I'm just going to count them out real quick. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 of them, and put 16 of them in a stack. And what I'm going to do is under the 9th tile I have to put an epic party tile. So what I'm going to do is shuffle the 4 epic party tiles up, and under my 9th tile card, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, I will put one of these random epic party tiles. And then after that, I will layer in 4 regular tiles. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then an epic party tile, then 2 tiles, epic party tile, then 1 tile, and then epic party tile. So you know that as we progress through the dungeon, after the 9th one, we'll start hitting the epic party tiles. And so where this will go is to the side of my board, and I'm going to be encountering 1 tile at a time, going throughout the dungeon. So it's a bit of a different theme or strategy than the predetermined dungeon. So let's give that a try. So on my first turn, I've already got all my stats laid out here. So at the beginning of my turn, I would gain an ability point, and then I would take the top tile of the dungeon deck that I've kind of shuffled up, and I would reveal it, and I would see what it is. So in this case, we have Empower. So I can regain an ability card that has been used this game. I haven't used an ability card this game, so it doesn't help me now. But I do have to fight a priest and a warrior. Actually, this is the higher powered priest. So I could put this here, I could put this here, or I could put this here. So I'm going to put it there. And I have to encounter this dude, the patriarch, and a level 1 warrior is alongside him. Now the new patriarch is a bit different than this, and basically it's going to add a d6 to whatever attack rolls that the enemy has. And I have to defeat the patriarch first before I can defeat the warrior. And roll the dice, and one thing I don't have in front of me here is my ability cards. I guess I should have those. I'm not going to use an ability right now. But just like any of the creature cards, we've got our 4 ability cards that help us in the game by using ability points, plus our standard abilities. Alright, so the cleric doesn't fight. When there's a fighter in the party, they attack, so they're going to attack. We're going to use this as the attack rolling board here. We'll use a d20 this time around. So they're going to attack with the warrior. They have a total attack value of 16, but because they've got the patriarch, they get to add a d6 to their roll. So nice big bonus there. So they're going to have a total of 13 against my might is only 6, so that's a hit. And because it was higher than 10, I'm actually going to take 2 damage. Now I put all my highest stat available into health, so I'm going to take 2 health damage. So now it's my turn to attack. I could attack against their might of 16, their evade of 14, or agility of 14, or their magic of 13. So that's going to be a pretty rough win for me. My best bet is to attack with my magic and hope I can get it high enough to reduce my points to defeat that warrior. So I will roll a d10. I have a 7, and I have to get past 13. So I'd actually have to use 6 magic points to defeat these guys. And seems tough to use it this early in the game, and that's why I'm deciding if I should even use epic heroes in the regular tiles, because they are pretty overpowered. But we'll play it out. So 7 plus, I would need 6 more, so I'll bring this down to a 4 and give myself 6 extra points so I can defeat the warrior. Alright, so the patriarch, I have to defeat the patriarch first, so the patriarch's defeated. So that leaves the warrior alone to attack me, and they've only got a d4 now, so much more likely for me to win. They roll a d4, they rolled a 4. Now normally a 4 against a 6 would be a miss, but in the world of Die in the Dungeon, the heroes always have a chance. So the highest roll on any die they roll is considered a hit. So I'll take another damage, that's okay. I will now have a much easier time at defeating this guy because they've only got 1 magic and I get to roll a d10 for that still. So 8 against their 1 is a hit. So goodbye, warrior. And so that puts me here. Now that used 1 time also. It takes a time to get through the dungeon and you only have 20 time in the game. Alright, on to second turn. So I've got my turn sequence card here as well. But I will gain an ability point. So I'm back up to 2. And I will lose a time. And I will encounter the next random tile. So this tile is called Evade, and it says I get to gain 2 agility. I already have my maximum agility, so I don't get to gain any, but if I'm at my maximum, I get to upgrade my die. So, dun dun dun, my d8 suddenly becomes much more powerful, because it becomes a d10. So let's pull out a different color. Here. So I stick with my 8, but it goes there instead. So now if I do have to attack with agility, I get to roll a d10 instead of a d8. But then there's the sad part. I've got to fight 4 level 1 rogues. So I'm going to put that there and say I went that way. Where I go in the dungeon isn't a really big factor at this point in the game. So I have to fight 4 level 1 rogues. So we'll just stack them up here. Since I'm obviously going to kill a rogue anytime I fight. And I can decide before they attack me if I'm going to use an ability. So I could, next time I roll a die, increase it to the next size. Or I could choose a hero card and play, have them do a magic check. And if they roll less than 10, they don't get to support combat for 2 rounds. So I could do that now, use up that card, or just fight them out. So I'm just going to fight them. Now, what happens to a rogue when you fight multiple rogues? Well, for each rogue in the party beyond the first, the heroes get to do an additional agility attack for the first round of combat. And if they roll a 15 once per combat round, they get another attack. So you can see their total attack is 4, 8, 12, 16, which means they get to roll a d20 to attack me. So that's pretty scary. But even if I put one to sleep, they're going to roll a d12 to attack me, and that's probably going to beat my, maybe not beat my agility. But we're going to let them do it, so they're going to get to attack not the usual 1, but 3 additional times. So you're going to do 4 attack rolls against me. First one is a 15. That is a hit, so I can take agility or health damage. I'm going to keep taking health right now, because that's just how I roll. Second attack, 14, that's a hit, but it's not over 15. Although they already rolled a 15, so they're going to get 1 extra attack this round. Their third attack is an 8 against my 8 is a miss, because they have to roll higher. And the final attack is a 13, which is a hit. So I'm down to 6 health. I could be taking damage on my agility, but given that I'm fighting 4 thieves, I don't really want to lose those points just yet. So that's their 4 regular attacks, and then because they rolled higher than a 15 or higher, they get 1 extra attack. So there we go, down to 5. Now my turn to fight back. Now if you look at their scores, it makes the most sense to go after their magic. They've only got a 4 magic defense and I have a D10 magic attack. So I'm going to go after that. I rolled a 4, so 4 against 4 is a miss. So I'm going to actually use my modifier to at least kill one of them. So I'm down to 3 on my magic die. I kill 1 rogue. Alright, they're going to try to get back at me, but now they only get 1 attack unless they roll a 15 or higher. So they have 4, 8, 12. They can't possibly roll a 15 or higher, so thankfully I've knocked them down enough that they can't hurt me too much. 1 is a miss against my agility, so now it's my turn to attack back. Rolling with a magic attack. 7 takes out rogue. Goodbye. They attack me. They've only got 8 agility now, so now they roll a d8. 6 is a miss. I fight back with a 1. I'm not going to modify that. I'm going to let them attack me again. So they attack me again with a d8. 8 is a hit. No, 8 is a miss still, but it's the maximum value on their die. So just like the d4 with the warrior, an 8 is a hit, so I have to take a damage. Or agility. I will take the damage. I'm down to 4. Alright, my attack. Attack with my d10 magic. 3 is a hit. Kill another rogue. And now they attack with their meager d4. They rolled a 2, which is a miss, so it's time for me to finish him off. With a 5, that is a hit. The thieves go down in a blaze of die rolling. Excellent. So, at the beginning of the next turn, I gain an ability point. So I go up to 3. And at this point, I can decide if I want to use time to gain health. Keeping in mind that if I run out of time, the game gets, well, obviously I'm going to lose if I run out of time. So I'll sacrifice 1 time to gain 1 health, bring myself up to 5. And then I lose a time naturally just for traveling in the dungeon. So now I could go this way, or this way, wherever this dungeon tile takes me. So I'm going to choose to place it here. And the dungeon tile says Dominion Revolt. If I have any Dominions, I would take damage. I don't have any Dominions, so I don't have to worry about any damage. So it's kind of like a blank tile for me. 1 step closer to those dastardly epic heroes. So you can see my next card is a dead end, but that's okay. Lots of ways to go. So I'll draw my dead end card, and I found a collapsed tunnel. I must make a might check, and if the result is less than 8, I lose 2 health. I forgot, I gain 1 more ability point, so I'm actually up to 4 ability points. So what I could do is, instead of, I know I can't roll higher than 8, I've only got a d6. I do have this special ability, a roll of telekinesis. So I use this ability when I might make a might or agility check, and I automatically succeed. So as the tunnel's collapsing, I shoot forth rays of magical power. This amazing Dominion has all these eyes. If you know anything about beholders, they've got lots of magical properties with their rays of magic that shoot out of their eyes. So instead of rays, we call them rolls. So we automatically succeed. This card is gone from the game unless I find a way to get it back. And I use an ability point. So instead of being at 4, I would go back down to 3. Alright. Then we start the next turn. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tiles in. Now there is a rule in the game. When you're playing in this method, it says after the 5th, 10th, and 15th tile, you acquire a token of your choosing. So 1, 2, 3, 4. After my next tile, I'm going to get a free token. So I'll have to remember that. So as I start my next turn, I go back up to 4 ability points, which is my maximum. So I want to make sure I use an ability this turn. I lose a time, and I can go here or here. So let's say I'm going to take this dungeon tile and put it there. So we have drawn the protect dungeon tile. Each hero must be defeated twice this battle, but it's only a level 1 warrior and a level 1 wizard, so it's not too terrible. So they each have to be defeated twice. Take a warrior, take a wizard. We'll put them on this side this time. And so before they attack, I can use an ability. I could use my eye gaze, which means that each time I roll this dice this turn, I can roll twice as many, or I can just use a single eye modifier. The next time I roll a die, increase it to the next size. So we're just going to use that one. I don't see this as a very dangerous battle. So I'm going to go from 4 ability points down to 3 and trigger my eye modify. Now they're going to attack me. And they always attack in the same sequence, so might and then magic. Because there's no duplicates of characters, they don't have any special abilities. Really this turn by quantity, that's just by die roll. So for might, they're going to roll a d6 because they've got a total of 5 might, and the lowest die they can roll that is a d6. So they've rolled a 2 against my 6 might, that's a miss. And they also get a magic attack. So they've got 7 magic, which means they get to roll a d8 against me. Here goes. They rolled a 3 against my 3 magic. I managed to dodge that one. So now I get to attack back, but I get to upgrade my die. So instead of I can do agility or magic. So their magic defense is 7, their agility defense is 3. And I still get to roll a d10 for agility, so we're going to go that route. We're going to roll a d10 for agility, but because I have an eye modifier, the next time I roll a die, which is this turn, I'll roll a d12, so it's just a one-time boost. That is definitely a hit, so we're going to say I'm going to knock the wizard. So to indicate that I've hurt him one time, I'm just going to turn him sideways. Now they go back to their attack, so they're going to attack with their d6 for might. A 4 is a miss. They're going to attack with their d8 for magic. A 6 is a hit, so I could take a magic damage or a health damage. I will take the health damage, so I'm down to 4. Now I attack back. I'm going to attack with my agility again, but now I'm just back down to a d10. That is a 9, so we are going to kill that wizard because now we've struck him twice, as per the tile directions. So the warrior gets to attack me. He's down to a d4. 2 is a miss, so I attack with my, I'm going to go with my magic now, because he's only got 1 magic defense. 4 is a hit, so the warrior is hit once. Now he gets to attack me. 3 is a miss, so I attack him. 6 is a hit. I've destroyed the protectors. So now I've completed my 5th tile, so before this turn ends, I get to choose a token of my choice. I could take a d10 Dominion, or I could take a might, or magic, or an agility. So any of those, or an ability, which would upgrade my ability die. So this is another one of those decision points. I could actually upgrade one of these other ones to a d12. I don't have the ability to upgrade my health, but that's okay. Or I could allow my ability die to become a d6. I think I'm going to try that. I've never tried that. Because I really like the possibility of using eye gaze twice against epic heroes. So we're going to upgrade my ability die. So instead of a d4, it's going to become a d6. So we will use this d6 here, and I'm going to still be at 3 ability points. And we'll just take out this little insert. And these tokens go away, and once I get to 10 tiles, I'll be able to choose another one of those. Alright, now let's continue our delve through the dungeon. I must lose a time to continue my journey. I gain an ability point, so I'm up to 4 now. And what I'm going to do is move up here. We are going to encounter the healers. Ooh, it's time for the random hero. So they are all level 1. There's going to be 3 level 1 clerics. And don't underestimate those guys, they are tough. But I have to roll a d6. I'm going to roll it over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 and 6 aren't going to, or 1, 2, 3, because 4, 5, and 6 don't matter against this particular tile. It has to be a warrior, rogue, or wizard. So 1, 2, 3. 1, we're going to have a warrior. So we fight a warrior with those clerics. And the rule with the cleric says, and this is quite terrible, is for each cleric in your party beyond the first, I lose an ability point. So beyond the first, I lose 1, 2 ability points. So all the way down to 2, my extra ability will still come in handy later, but kind of painful right now. Alright, and while the cleric's in the party, they must be defeated first. Okay. So I'm not going to use an ability against these guys. I don't think it's necessary. Or do I want to use an I modifier? I can wait for that. So the warrior is going to attack me. He's got 4, 6, 8, 10. They're going to attack with a d10 against my 6. Now I could put the warrior to sleep. The roll of sleep actually. But I'm not going to. Alright, so they attack. They have a 10. That is a hit. For might, if the heroes roll a 10 or higher on a might roll while warriors in the party, they do 1 extra damage. So I'm actually going to take 2 damage. I'm going to take 1 to my might and 1 to my health, because I'm worried about my health. So now I get to attack, because clerics don't attack, they just kind of are like fodder against me. But they've got really even stats, so everything they have helps boost. Might is really hard to hit. The easiest thing to hit in this case would be magic. 2, 4, 6, 7. So I have to roll an 8, 9, or 10. And then for agility, they've got 2, 4, 6, 8. So I'd have to roll a 9 or 10. So I'm actually going to roll with agility, and the reason I say that is I've got more points to modify the die with. So I'm going to roll agility. I rolled a 10 actually. So 2, 4, 6, 8. I don't have to use a bonus. I just kill a cleric. So sorry, cleric. Now the warrior gets to attack. They've got 4, 6, 8. So they get to roll a d8 and try to hit against my 5. An 8 is a hit, so I must take a damage. I will take it in the might. Ouch. Now I attack back, going against agility again. So 4 against their 6. I'm going to let it slide. They get to attack me again. The d8. 4 against my 4 is a miss. So now I'm going to attack them again. We'll attack magic this time. 2, 4, 5. So I have to roll higher than a 5. Rolled a 4, so that's a miss. They're going to attack me with might. 8 is a hit. Ooh, down to 2. I'm going to attack them. 8, that's a hit. Kill a cleric. So now they've only got a d6 attack. Less likely to hit me now. 5 against my 4. That was a hit though. So I will take a health damage. Or actually a might instead of health. And I will retaliate. Try to stop guys. 5 is a hit. Now only the warrior remains attacking with a d4. Oops. There's a 3 there. 3 against 3 is a miss. So let's finish this guy off with a magic roll. 3 is a hit. So defeated them. That was a tough one. Ooh. So the healers just stop you from hitting anything that's hitting you. They just get in the way, as you saw from that. So my next turn, I gain an ability point. I could choose to lose some health, so I'm going to lose some time. So I'm going to lose 1 time to gain 1 health. I can do that up to 3 in a round, but I'm just going to do the 1. And then I lose a time normally, just for traveling. So we're going to travel here. And we encounter arrows. I must make an agility check. If the result is less than 8, I lose 2 health. My agility is a D10, so I do have a chance for that. So let's give that a roll. Now, I don't have any more ability cards that let me sneak past that, so now I could I modify to increase my die roll to the next size. Because 2 health is going to be painful, and I have to roll a 9 or a 10 to bypass it. Whereas I could upgrade it to a D12 for 1 point. We're just going to risk it though. Roll a D10, agility, see if I can roll a 9 or 10. I rolled a 6. I'd have to use 3 points to get, or 2 points off of this, so I could lose 2 agility so that I don't take 2 damage if I want to. Because I have to roll, if you roll less than 8. So let's do that. We're going to bring that down to a 6. And that allows me to turn my 6 up 2 into an 8. So I used my regular modification ability to do that because it was agility roll. So that puts me there. Alright. Continue through the dungeon. I lose a time, gain an ability point, back up to 4. We're going to go over here. So we have transmute. Flip over the tile adjacent to this one from the direction I just came from. And then I have to fight a sorcerer, a warlock and a thief. So we're going to put that there. I have to flip over this, so I cannot go backwards unless I face that tile again, which is those lovely healers. I don't think I want to do that. But I can right now anyway, because there's a warlock in play, and with him he has a rogue. So how does a warlock work? Well, while the warlock is in the party, my magic stat is reduced by -5. So I roll a d10, I actually have to subtract 5 from that roll. Ouch. And when they hit me, I'm basically at 0 magic, so they're always going to hit me with magic. If the hero succeed on a magic attack, destroy a dominion. So if those heroes hit me and I had dominions, then they would destroy them. Thankfully, that's not going to hurt me. Alright, so before they have the chance to attack, I've got 4 ability points. I could use something against them. Got an eye modify, got an eye gaze, disintegration ray, roll of command, and roll of sleep. Roll of sleep requires them to make a magic check, so that's pretty much not worth doing. Roll of command, I want to save for an epic party, I think. And that one is another magic check, so I don't think that's worth doing. Well, I think I'm going to let them attack and then decide if I want to use an ability after. So first they get to attack with agility. Their agility is 10, so they roll a d10. I've got 6 agility defense. They roll a 1, so that's a miss. And then they attack with magic, which is a guaranteed hit, but they get a d20. A 5 against my 0 is a hit. The reason I still rolled is if you roll 10 or higher with a wizard type hero, they actually do time damage as well. So I'm going to take 1 magic damage in this case, because I don't want to lose any more health right now. Now I have to decide how I'm going to fight them. They've got 6 for might, and I roll a d6. They've got 10 for agility, and I roll a d10. They've got 21 for magic, which is a hopeless attack. So I'm more likely to roll a 6 on a d6 than a 10 on a d10, so that makes the most sense to go for. Now what I can do is I can I'm going to use a point, so I'm down to 3 ability points, and I'm actually going to turn my d6 into a d8 for this roll and hope that it's high enough that I can take out that warlock. So here we go. This is a might attack. I rolled a 5 against their 6. I'm going to says here, increase the die size to the next size. I can spend a time to modify the die result by 1 as many times as I wish. So I need to get up to 7, so I'm going to lose 2 time to turn this to an 8. Actually, I'll use 1 time and 1 might. And that'll turn that to a 7, which is enough to destroy the warlock. Alright, now the rogue is going to come back and attack me with the d4 only. I rolled a 1, which is a miss, so I'm going to whack him with magic. Got a d10 for magic. 3 against 1, we've killed the rogue. Excellent. Alright, go to my next turn. Bring that up to a 4. Reduce my time down to 8. I'm not going to heal yet. So now I'm going to, there's only one direction I have left to go, unless I fight that tile again. So we're going to continue on in this direction. Dominion Revolt. If I have any Dominions, I choose one and roll its die value. I don't have any Dominions, so I don't have to even worry about that. So that's okay. We'll go here. Now we're going to go to the next tile. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You can see this is a dead end, and it's the 9th tile, so we know it's going to be an epic party. So here we go. The epic party says if there's a wizard in the party, each time a hero attack rolls the highest die value, you lose an extra time. And you can see that there's a warlock and 2 wizards. So just killed the warlock, now we're going to fight one again. So warlock, wizard, wizard. This is going to be a tough one. First epic party. The tough part is, for each wizard in the party beyond the first, I lose a time point. So not only do I lose 2 time points just for facing them, so I'm down to 5. 5 time. And now they get to attack me. I could attempt to, I forgot to give myself an ability point. Magic, so roll a command. We're going to do this one. So I'm going to go down to 1 ability point, use 4 ability points to do a roll of command. I take control of 1 hero card until the end of combat. So now I add the controlled hero stats to my own. It doesn't aid me with my attacks, but if I take damage, I can discard the controlled hero instead. So no matter what, I won't be taking any health damage until that guy's dead, but this is gone. So now these wizards, they still get a d12 to attack, but I'm adding that 20 magic to my own 2 magic, so I have 22 magic. The only way they're going to hit is if they do a max roll. 11 was pretty close, but that's a miss. So now I get to choose how do I want to attack. I'm going to go after agility, so I roll a d10. And I don't add their stats to my attack, I still only use my attack. A 1 is a miss. I'm going to let them attack, see if they can get that maximum d12 roll. Nope. I'm going to attack with agility against those wizards again. That's a hit. Kill a wizard. Now they only attack with a d6 for magic. 6 will be a hit. Nope. I will attack them. 3 is a hit. So I kill that wizard, and it's now the end of combat. So the way the card, what would happen is, since he's under my control, basically I finish him off after he's helped me defeat the party. So the roll of the roll of command is a very powerful ability. That's why it costs 4 points, and why you can only use it once in the game, unless you find a way to get it back. But we're in a bit of a pickle now, because now that we've defeated that epic party, I have no choice but to go back to this crossroads. We're going to gain an ability point. We are going to lose a time, and we are going to travel to the clerics. Problem with that is I lose them all my ability points, so those go away. We have to roll a d6. Roll a 4. Nope. 3. So it's going to be a wizard this time. 1, 2, 3. Wizard and 3 clerics. Might have a better chance this time. Alright. So the wizard's going to attack. They have 2, 4, 6, 7. So for 7 they roll a d8. They only have to get 2 to hit me. Oh, that's a miss. They have to get a 3 to hit me actually. So I have a chance to kill something before I die here. So agility and might pretty much the same. So I'm going to roll agility d10. And I have to get a 9 or a 10. I've got an 8. 2, 4, 6, 7. Oh, I'm sorry, 8 is a hit, so I kill 1 cleric. So the wizard attacks again, but now they only get a d6. Less chance of hitting me now. No, sorry, 6, 8, 10. Roll a d10. They rolled a 1. Sometimes luck goes in your favor, so that's a miss. I will attack with my agility against their 5. That's a 9. Kill another cleric. So the wizard attacks. They have 8, so they get to roll a d8 to attack. 7 is a hit. They got their first hit against me. We will take a health damage down to 2. I will attack against their agility. 8 is a hit. Now just the wizard stands. So the wizard only gets a d6. 2 against my 2 is a miss. So I will roll my agility. 10 is a hit. Take out the wizard for the second time. Now the problem with flipping that tile is not only did I have to go through a whole battle again, I also lost a time for that. So that was a really unfortunate event. Oh well, we'll go to my next turn. I gain an ability point. I'm down to 3 time, and we go to the next tile. This is a might tile, so I gain 2 might immediately. But if I was at maximum might, I could upgrade my die. I'm not, so we just put that there, and I have to fight 4 level 1 warriors. So here we go, 4 level 1 warriors. They're going to have a d20 to attack my might. That's pretty painful. And they also get bonuses to attack. So when warriors are together, it's like they are able to bounce them right off each other. So for each warrior in the party beyond the first, the hero's might and agility attack rolls gain +1 after rolling. So they're going to actually get +3 to their might roll, which means they're almost guaranteed to hit me. Is there anything I can do about that with my 1 ability point? No, I cannot stop them. I don't have enough points to do that. So they're going to roll a d20 because they've got 16. So 17 plus 3 is 20. That is definitely a hit. And because it's over 10, they're going to do 2 damage. So I'm going to take 2 might damage. Can't afford the health. I attack back. I'm going to go against their magic. They've only got 4 and I still roll a d10, so that seems like a fair attack for me. But I only rolled a 1, so that's a miss. And I can't really afford to lose any. So they attack me. That's a hit for 2 damage. I will lose 1 might and I'll lose 1 health because I'm not allowed to reduce my ability points below 1. I attack them back, hoping to take 1 out before they counterattack. 9 is a hit. We kill 1 warrior. But now they get to strike back. 4, 8, 12. They get to roll a d12, and all they have to do is roll 1. This is the end of the die roller, my friends. Yep. The warriors have smashed me into little eyeball pieces. Now, on a positive note, we did take down an epic party. So that's always a nice thing to see. And we got to explore the dungeon in a different way in a completely randomized format to see how that would turn out. And we got through quite a few tiles there. So again, if we were to look at how many points did I accrue in the game, it's based on how many heroes you defeated and what levels they were. So if you look at this, It'd be 4 for any epic heroes, and then the point value for whatever characters you encountered. So this one I might have misrepresented. I actually only fought level 1 wizards. That would have been really hard if I didn't. So 4, 5, 6, 7, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 26 points is what I accumulated in terms of hero points defeated. I think that's higher than I've done in most of the games I've played. And again, part of it goes back to when you encounter random epic heroes in a non-epic party. It can be pretty devastating. Alright, hopefully you enjoyed another playthrough of Die in the Dungeon, this one in the randomized format instead of the predetermined map format. And maybe let me know which one you liked the most. Did you enjoy the preset map where you know exactly where you're going and where all the dominions are and where all the power-up tokens are, so you can kind of choose your future? Or do you like this more kind of randomized setup? Always good to know the thoughts. Thanks again. Have a great day.